Okay. Did we come? We didn't come here when y'all were in 6th grade. I can't remember. No. Okay.
I don't believe so.
Probably not. All right.
No.
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 It's
Okay.
been a while.
It's been a while. It's a beautiful spot. And so we're going to be doing a couple of things here today. And if you remember last week, we talked about how this week was our final wrap up of the rock cycle. And today is going to be all about igneous rock. And kind of keep in the back of your mind, if we're talking about igneous rock and we came here, that should tell us something about what we're going to be seeing today, right? But before I get too far into it, I think we should probably check in. So on that thumb scale of excellent to awful, how was your dinner last night? I'll give everyone a minute, sorry, to grab those things out if you would like to grab those EXP journals out. And I should ask, does everyone have one? I guess I don't know if
Yeah.
yep, okay, great.
You were without today?
Today is the 15th.
You were rushed.
1/15/21. Echo Lake State Park. And we're covering igneous rock today. And I think what makes the most sense is, right, we've said this kind of all year, geology has lots of definitions, so I think it makes the most sense. I'm just going to tell you some of the vocab we'll be using, and then we will fill out those definitions as we go along. So words to think about or look out for today: magma chamber. Magma.
I was gonna say, what's that word again?
Magma.
Magma.
Magma. Freaking sharks with their freaking magma. Again, great movie to quote. Not as funny to watch anymore. Great to quote. Magma chambers. Extrusive. EXTRUSIVE.
And you're giving yourself like space, right? You're not making a list, you're giving yourself space.
Yeah, because think about, you're going to be writing a definition somewhere, or maybe even, so Mr. Albert's right, giving lots of space, because you might even be drawing a picture. It's, you know, we do different things in our notebook depending on how we want to try and remember those things. So you might be doing a picture, you might be writing a couple words, it might be a full-on definition. So extrusive would be 2. Intrusive. And I'm very hopeful that some of these vocab words should be ones you've already covered. I'm seeing nods. Yes? Yes. Pluton. Pluton. This next one's a favorite of mine. Batholith.
How do you spell that?
B-A-T-H. Bath. O. Lith. B-A-T-H-O-L-I-T-H. Batholith. In Thetford, Vermont, there is a batholith. I actually don't know if there's a batholith in Thetford, but I like to say that. And then finally, dikes.
What?
D-I-K-E. Dike. All right. Raise your hand if you already know the definition for all those words, or understand the concept for all of them. How about half of them? Okay. How about one of them? All right. Have you covered most of those?
Some.
Some?
Yeah.
I know extrusive and intrusive you guys have covered.
We did talk about batholiths.
Okay.
Vaguely talked about magma.
In what?
Magma chamber.
Okay, briefly. All right, cool. So those are some of the things that we're going to talk about today. And I think, this is actually a good spot right here. What we're going to do is we're going to start off, let's have everybody take their backpacks, you can put your notebooks down, and move everything to the side. This is a game that I'm sure you've played before. I am calling it Magma Chambers. And what's going to happen is in a few minutes, I'm going to need everybody to pair up. Everybody's going to find a partner. How many do we have? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and find a partner, everybody. Grab a partner.
Someone that you don't normally work with. Someone that you don't normally hang with. Either a different grade, different gender, different
Cohort. Different zodiac sign.
different household.
Chamber. That is what you are. All right, and I need in a minute here. I need a pair, a group of one magma chamber that's feeling very agile, very quick-footed this morning. Quick on their feet, agile, and feeling like they have a little energy. Do we have any group feeling that way?
Oh, right behind you.
Right there. All right. All right. Great. So what's going to happen is we're going to have this with this group. One of you is going to be magma. You're going to be magma.
Okay.
And Kai, you are going to be a dense rock. So, what's going to happen is when this magma hangs out with this dense rock, it's kind of funny to do this. Magma's hanging out from this dense rock. That magma tries to get away from that dense rock. And it moves. But this dense rock, it doesn't want that magma to get away. So, what's going to happen is our magma is going to run and try and find another magma chamber to join. And our dense rock is going to be chasing that magma. So let's just say Dakota comes over here to this magma chamber. When she joins this magma chamber, depending on what side she joins, it's going to bump out more magma. So Will would then step out, and now our dense rock is going after Will.
What I say.
And you stay in that magma chamber. All right? So our dense rock right there, chasing our magma hits this magma chamber. It starts to cool a little bit. There's some added pressure there, and that added pressure pushes more magma, new magma, out of that chamber, and now into another chamber. Now let's just say our dense rock gets to our magma before that magma makes it to a magma chamber. If that happens, and our dense rock, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. So, what happens is if that dense rock overtakes that magma, we're going to say there's a pressure imbalance and the densities switch. And so now, you have cooled down and become a dense rock, and you have heated up to become magma. And it switches. And now you get this, and you are now the dense rock. You are now the magma trying to make it to another magma chamber. Then you would just drop it and run to a chamber. See, that would then bump you out. Okay. My own enjoyment of watching you run around and hit each other with a foam pipe insulation. So we can take some of those terms we just used, the actions we just did, and tell me something about magma based on what we just did. Who thinks they can, based on the terms we just used, who can tell me something about magma? You can turn to someone next to you. Once you grab a partner, turn to someone next to you for a second. What do you think this can tell you? Think about the words I used. I didn't say, oh, this person's it. I didn't say this person's the runner. Think about the terms I used and where you had to go and what that tells you about magma.
Intelligent conversation.
It tells you that the denser rock pushes up the magma in different chambers, and when it eventually catches up to the magma, it becomes, I don't know if it's either intrusive or extrusive. I think it might be extrusive.
I think it depends on where it's at, where it becomes.
To make it fun, but do we think the rock actually like pushes and like moves with that magma? The rock is more dense than the magma. So if something is less dense than something else, what does that thing do? It goes up. Exactly, that's perfect. So one thing you know, you can learn from this, we'll talk about this, is that magma rises when it's less dense than the surrounding rock.
Let's write that down if you're not writing that down. Magma rises. It's less dense.
And as it rises, it will move from one magma chamber to another. Just like how you were running from one to the other, right? A magma chamber is an underground, so magma chamber equals underground crevice or cavern, some sort of opening where magma collects. It's that easy. So a magma chamber is an underground crevice or fissure or opening where magma collects. And if that rock is more dense than the magma in the chamber, where will that magma go? Up. Right? To another chamber. So, so I should mention, this is, you don't have to write this down, but it would move up when it's less dense, and there's like a structural zone that allows it, right? So there's got to be like a pathway that allows that magma to move. Did anyone just raise your hand if you stood for almost the entire time? Like if you didn't really run at all. Okay? Remind me your name again? Emmett. Emmett, did you start to get a little cold because you weren't moving at all? Yeah. Emmett didn't move in that magma chamber at all. Emmett started to get a little cold. If Emmett was magma and it started to get a little cold, what would Emmett turn into? What would happen to Emmett?
Would it turn into an intrusive rock?
Yes!
That answer again, intrusive rock.
That's what I want to scream too.
Excellent. That's so good. Yeah. So magma has those kind of like three choices, right? It can move to another chamber, cool and crystallize to an igneous rock, or what were you telling me about? What else could it do? Explode out of a volcano.
And would it have big or small crystals if it was underneath and cooled down below?
All right, we're gonna walk, we'll pick up our bags, we'll walk farther towards Echo Lake, and then we're gonna look at the exact same thing. We're gonna do a quick game looking at crystal size and what happens as it cools. I guess I forgot about second breakfast. big, big cliffs. So we're not going to talk about that at all today, but just file that away in the back of your head. Yep.
Aren't those called drumlins?
Oh, are they called drumlins? Drumlins are a little bit different, but that's a great connection. That's a great, great, great connection.
I thought they were called Bruce Montanay.
Have you guys covered this already?
Did a little bit.
Oh, excellent. Say it again.
Bruce Montanay?
Bruce Montanay. That's right. French for sheepback. So we're going to talk more about that later on. But you can just see it's like that's like a great example right there. It's like the perfect example of a Bruce Montanay. Or a sheepback. All right. Here's what we're going to do. So like, if I looked at my slip of paper, cool and crystallized. I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Look at a sheet of paper. This one says mica. I would try and get with as many other micas as I can.
Are you allowed to say you're a mica?
Yes. You can say it out loud. As soon as I say cool and crystallized, you can turn it, look at it, and yell at it till you're hoarse. Or until countdown's over. Any questions? Great. All right. So we'll do an example. All right. So mango, 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 mango. Cool and crystallized. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze! 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 Stop! Stop! Stop!
Oh, we weren't supposed to look.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's see. Take a look. What are you guys right here? Quartz. Any other quartz out there? Couple. Oh, don't move. Don't move. There we were. Couple quartz over there. What are you guys right here?
Feldspar.
Feldspar. Any other feldspar? Some over there. What are you guys over there?
Mica.
Mica. Any other mica? Right there. What about? Oh, we were talking about you guys. So we heated up. We cooled and crystallized. Was it a fast cool and crystallized or a slow cool and crystallized? Fast. If all of you are together, are you a big crystal or a little crystal? Little crystal. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I know. Hand, just look to someone else and switch the sheet of paper with them. Just one person. Go ahead and trade it with one person.
I don't know what you are.
You can double change. You can double change.
All
If
right,
you
yeah,
change, you
double
can change again. If you need to.
And oh, it's getting hot out here. It's getting hot out here at Echo Lake. Heat up! Mango, 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 mango. Cool and crystallized! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze. You get a greater sense of what I meant about kind of like peeling off layers like an onion. Can you guys